Assalamu alaikum friends, how are you? Now today we are going to learn the second part of the chapter, that is the types of the computer. As we know that we have the four types of computers. Now what these kind of the computers are: the supercomputers, mainframe computers, mini computers and the microcomputers. Okay, now let's discuss what are the supercomputers. The supercomputer considered as the most powerful computers in the real world. This is around 10,000 times faster than the normal personal computers. This is designed for the specific task. Okay, like the NASA and many research organizations where we required very high level programming, high level where we required high level processing, right? So if we are using very high level processing. Okay, now okay, now this is the one of the supercomputers. Let you see, there are the one plate they have the complete hard drives, one plate they have RAMs, and there are the so many processors and many different equipments are there, so it makes our computer more faster. Okay, now if you want to see how the computer is, now let's see the one video I have to you, so you can see how the fastest computer works. This is the most powerful computer, and this is one single unit. You should
Around the year 2001, there were no supercomputers in China, zero. And today they're such a dominant force in terms of high-performance computing. They have the most supercomputers, they have the biggest supercomputers.
It performs 93 petaflops per second and 5 times faster than US machine Titan, 2 million times faster than Core i7 computer. Okay, now thank you. Now what we have learned here, this is 2 million times faster than Core i7 processor. Means if we have the 7th generation Core i7 processor, it's supposed to be the highest powerful PC computer, and million times, million means 1000 into 1000 times. So you should know about, so what do you think about that, how much faster this computer is, right? Now so we have some more computers here. Okay, now the second one is the mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are comparatively cheaper than the supercomputers, but it is also required for the very high processing calculations. So the mainframe computers are also called the big iron. These computers are used primarily in the large organizations for the critical applications, bulk data processing such as sensors, industry and the consumer statistics, enterprise resource planning and the transaction processing. Means, for example, if you have a very large organization and you have around 500 people, so it's better to you purchase, let's suppose you have the employees of the 10,000 using the computer, it's better to make purchase the 10,000 PCs. Is better to you can purchase the mainframe and you just give the main centralize all of them. So what it does, so whatever the database inside in the computer and what are the IT applications are doing in the system, if we take this different computers, it will become the expensive. Let's suppose the 10,000 Core i7, and it's better to purchase the one mainframe. So it is little cheaper and more faster than this main systems i7 PCs. So this is used for the high processing transactions, cheaper than the supercomputers, but it is faster than all. You can set this is the 100,000 times faster than the simple computer. So these are the towers. These three make the one mainframe computer. So it is also very high, and it takes very cooling points, but comparative with the if you compare it with the normal computer, it is higher and faster, right? So now let's see the one more video I have about the mainframe computers, how it works and how it looks like. So actually we are showing you they are. Now this is the one mainframe computers, and see there's a big power supply here. The IO devices are attached here. These are the batteries for the backup of the system. So these are the switches are inserted to connect the computers. We said it's a terminal. Okay, now so this is about the mainframe computers. Okay, after the mainframe computers, we have a mini computers. Mini computers are not big as the mainframes and the supercomputers, but we can say that any system that have more than 2 or more processors, we call it to the mini computers. Like the smallest mini computer is a Xeon. It is, if you see in the very small organizations, mostly the servers are made up of the Xeon servers. So Xeon is the smallest mini computer. But if you have 4, 5, 6 or 10 microprocessors, so we call it the mini computer. It is more faster than the microcomputer, smaller than mainframe computers, less expensive and less powerful than mainframe and the supercomputer, but more expensive and powerful than the microcomputer. You can suppose it's a 3 times to 10 times faster than the microcomputers, right? The mini computers are used for the scientific and engineering calculation, business transaction processing, handling, database management. So in the normal small organizations, we are using the mini computer to use as a server. Mainframes we are using if we have the very large organizations, and the supercomputers we are using if we have the scientific applications where we require very fast processing speeds. For example, we talk about the NASA. So what the NASA have? NASA have the satellites. So they have checking the what the ways the air are coming, what are the movement of the clouds, and how could be the weather or the temperature would be in the different regions of the world. So they are connected and report us directly. So we will inform, okay, now the next day maybe become the rain, or it could be the very hotter. So we should be make the precautions for this. Okay, so this is our topic. And the final is the microcomputer. Mostly we are using our this simple desktop PCs, our laptop, mobile phones. They are called the microcomputers. So desktop computers, laptop computers, digital assistants, PDA, tablets, smartphones, iPads, these all are the types of the microcomputers. Microcomputers are widely used in the fast growing computers. These computers are the cheapest among the other three types of the computers. So they are specially designed for general purpose computers. So mostly we are using in the home and the education institutions, and very small organizations we are using, but it is used for the general purpose. We are not using for it as a server or anything. We can use in the offices as a client side. Okay, so no, if you have any questions, so you can ask. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.